you do a warm apple cider whiskey?
Sure.
Put it in the microwave or boil it in a pot or something?
I don't know the proper protocol. He had a campfire, man. He's a hippie. Can we talk about him for just a second?
Let's go.
So I don't remember much about him as a kid. Like, he just traveled around and like lived in people's apple farms. Like, what's his story? I don't even know the story.
Was he a real person? Usually he's made up, right?
No, he's kind of fake, but he could have been made up based off of somebody.
That's true. I mean, the fable goes that he planted a lot of apple trees.
Oh, okay. So he helped the production of
he planted the
apples.
trees. Right.
He was a blue collar. Blue collar drunk. Yes. Why in my brain am I picturing like other people planted the apple farms and he just like mooched off of it and like lived
No. He's the one that planted it. He put in all the hard work of planting them.
Okay.
Now on other people's land, it probably was. They
didn't want the apple trees. They were like, we were going to use that for a soccer field.
From all the stories, he was a hobo, right? I don't think he owned land. He just planted random trees everywhere.
Correct. So he was.
He was planting on other people. He was trespassing at the time.
He was
probably vandalizing since he planted a tree too. He's a convict.
Isn't vandalism if you plant apple trees in other people's yards?
Surely it is, because you're tearing up the yard, right? He's not a groundskeeper. He wasn't a licensed groundskeeper.
He did have a background in horticulture, though. So
I guess so. He's licensed.
He was, I think. Yeah, he was the first person to have a license in that.
To legally plant an apple tree.
You tell us your thoughts here. And this may be completely separate from what we just drank. We need to know who is Johnny Appleseed. I don't want you to Wikipedia. I want you to do what I did and try to remember from school. I forgot that he planted apple trees. Jones remembered that because he had a better education coming from a smaller rural area than what I did. And so I just thought he was a bum that drank whiskey ciders in people's apple farms and then said, if you need help, I'll help you.
That sounds like a good plan to me.
I think we have a Netflix show here.
Hire us as a producer on this Johnny Appleseed Docuseries.
I think he's like a conflicted hobo that travels around and
makes his own apple cider whiskey out of other people's apple trees.
He feels like he's doing good by like helping the environment, but nobody wants him there. Yeah. And so like there's the disconnect that we could really base a show off. I think like if Brad Pitt grew his hair out and we got some whiteness to it, like he'd be great. You think he's ready for Netflix? He's not doing anything.
I think Chris Pine would be a great Johnny Appleseed.
He's too busy, right? We need someone out of the when was the last time Brad Pitt did anything? He did a movie coming out.
Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp would make a good Johnny Appleseed. He's
thin. We can't afford him right now.
The hobo-looking guy.
He does need the money after his lawsuit.
That's true.
Also, give us your suggestions. We would like to know who. We want someone cool for Johnny Appleseed. I would play that. That's a cool. I think that has like Ryan Gosling would do it.
That's true.
His agent though, he doesn't do bad movies, so
yeah, no, that'd be a bad movie.
It'd be a bad movie. I feel like Steve Carell would end up playing. It'd be like he would just look like Evan Almighty
with his long hair.
It's Johnny Appleseed. We can't do that. Okay, we got to get away from that. Okay, we'll take your suggestions. Jeff Goldblum. Is he still around?